Ho, ho, ho! Happy Halloween! Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Merry Christmas. The seasons all just blend together. So, welcome to the show, and today we are going to do a super duper fun, easy, family-friendly French toast recipe. This is basically a cinnamon French toast bake. Really good and can be used with pretty much everything you have on hand to make any of your holiday meals. So let's get cracking. And with cracking, we have our 6 eggs. We need 6 large eggs. Maple syrup, that'll be done for the end of the recipe, as well as the powdered sugar. We're gonna need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, maybe a splash more if you're like me, but we're doing 2 teaspoons. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of craisins or raisins or blueberries. Whoa, we're gonna shake it up totally today. But your choice, a 1/2 cup of any of them. And actually you're gonna see that I'm gonna do half of my French toast bake with the craisins and the other half plain, because we're plain Janes. You can do, it's 1 loaf of bread. I am using the Pepperidge Farm swirl bread. It's really good. It just adds that extra flavor. But you can use any bread, butter bread, you can use a wheat bread, whole grain bread, it doesn't matter. But we're using Pepperidge Farm for that purpose. Cinnamon sugar, and doesn't that look funny how it's carried? Well, just between you and me, this was left over from the soft pretzels that you buy in the freezer section. We never use this. We use the salt. In fact, we could drink salt through a straw with as much salt as we use. So I have this left over, and what the heck, we're going to use it for here. And then we're going to do I forgot to tell you, we need a tablespoon of cinnamon sugar. If you are using the cinnamon bread, if you're not, then you need 3 tablespoons. That's 1/8 cup of cinnamon sugar. You better make it taste good. And then we're going to do 3 cups of half and half or milk. I'm going to go on the lighter side, because I'm going to kick it up a notch with this. So I need to watch the calories. So we're going to go with the reduced fat milk rather than half and half. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of butter. That's it. Super duper simple. So let's get baking. All right. Now that we have got our little station set up, it's our French toast station. I'm going to tell you kind of what we're going to do. You can do it differently, but at least you know what you're supposed to do from beginning to end. You're going to need a 9x13 pan. I'm using one that's disposable so that I don't have any dishes, because if you do this during the holidays, do you really need any more dishes? No. I also use the bag holder instead of a bowl, because it turns any gallon bag into a bowl, and again, no cleanup, and I can store it right using this bag. So what we want to do is we're going to add all of the wet ingredients type things. We're going to do the bread last. So let's go ahead and add our 3 cups of milk, or half and half. I will tell you, it's got an amazing flavor, rich, yummy, tasty, if you use the half and half. Honestly, the only reason I'm not doing half and half, besides the fact that my thighs certainly don't need it, but I don't feel like going to the store. And these are things that I have on hand, and I'd like to show you sometimes just things that you can do with what you've got around the house. And since I'm not a gourmet chef, I'm just a good old cook chef, these are things that I'm sure most of you would have as well. So, and you know that I always have my station next to my sink so I can throw any dishes I do have. Plus I've got a trash can next to me right here so that I don't have to travel far to get rid of the junk. Keep my counters clean and my workstation clean. So we're going to do, oh wait, I'm doing the craisins. Don't listen to me. We need to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I love, love, love vanilla. So if it falls out, if I get a little too much, oh well, ho hum. Now we need to do 6 eggs. Yum, yum, yum. We're gonna crack these babies right up. Again, the beauty is, look at that. Did you see that? This is real TV, folks. But luckily I have a smooth crack and I know it didn't fall in there. Boop. So, now isn't that funny? Okay, I hope you're laughing hysterically right now, and that because I've made you laugh so hard, you push that little button right above you, the one that says subscribe. See, subscribe point. Yeah. I also lost track. Oh, I'm on the 5th egg. Oh wow, we get one more chance to have this plop in. You know what? Here's the deal. I could edit this and rewind and do it over and over like the professionals do, but I'm not professional. Nor do I want you to think that I'm perfect. So that is called imperfection. Fun, but imperfect, whatever. So we've got that. Let's do the bread. Now the beauty of these videos is, and I'm just going to basically cube this. You can cut it all frou-frou looking if you want. Why? I don't have time, nor do you, I'm sure. That's why I'm talking so fast. So just rip the heck out of it. You want it in little cubes. Do you see how this is? It's just, I'm doing like 6 or 7 slices at a time. By the time I rip it, we're gonna blend it all in here. Now, the other thing about this recipe that's really great is you do need to store it for at least an hour. But it's a super duper one, make ahead, that you don't need it until the morning. And if you build it in a bag, which building it in a bag is this. Build any meals in a bag that you can store in. If you build it in a bag, you're able to store it in a bag. And storing it in this is far easier than storing it in this big 9x13 pan anytime, whether it's the holidays or not. So you just keep peeling away, da-da-da-da-da. And then what we're gonna do when we're finished, and you do use the whole loaf. So if you have an extra long loaf, then maybe use 2/3 of it. But you get the gist. I think this is probably 25 to 30 slices. So that's it. Just figure that out if you really want to count it. But we're going to store it in here. We're going to put all this stuff. I still have my cinnamon sugar to add. We're going to sprinkle that on top of this. And then you're going to store it, like I said, 1 hour or overnight. All right, where's my cinnamon sugar? Hello? Where'd my cinnamon sugar go? There you are, you little bugger. You're hiding up under the trash. So we're going to do about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, or I'm sorry, a tablespoon. And if you're not using cinnamon flavored bread, then you're going to do about 1/8 of a cup, 3 tablespoons. I'm just sprinkling it across the top. That's how I measure stuff. Look, if the seasoning measures across the top of whatever pan you're cooking it in, that's perfect. That's my tip. That is my professional advice. If you sprinkle your seasoning across the top of whatever pan and it covers it nicely, it doesn't have to coat it, but then you've measured out the right amount. Perfect. Every little bite has a piece of the flavor. So, you know, remove the bag from the holder, seal the bag, super duper, take out the air. That allows you to mix it. Boom. Oh, you're thinking, wait, this isn't a mix up. Hello, this is the bag holder method. So, shake it up, baby, now. I wonder what Christmas song would go with, like, shake it up. Oh, maybe Jingle Bells, Frosty. No, that won't work. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Hello. Just in that amount of time, it's completely mixed. Hello. Could you do it that fast in a bowl? No, no, no. Look, if nothing else, I entertain you. I may not know how to cook or crud, but I can entertain you. So, that's it. It's done. Boom. Do you see any egg in that amount of time? And I left the video on to bore you and to listen to my singing skills, but to show you that doing things in a bag, don't ever use a bowl or a mixer again. Hello. Plus, just between you and me, let me put this over here. I'm going to wow you. Get ready to be bedazzled. Do you see this? This little bag that I'm going to store all this stuff in, look, I'm going to take out the air, is going to store just like that. Or I could use, do you see the difference? Or this 9x13 pan, I have to find a perfect way to fit this in the fridge. Where this, I could fold it like this. I can lay it flat on top of anything. I can put it in a corner. Look at this. Hello. Oh my gosh. This is perfect. Look. It takes up 1/3 the space. Do you see this? I can put my hand and I still have plenty of room. So store in bags. Use a bag holder. We're going to cook this, or we're going to leave this in the fridge, sorry, for a couple hours because I know you want to see what it looks like tonight. But as soon as we start, give yourself about 20 minutes. Then you want to preheat your oven to 350 and we're going to cook it for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. But we're going to see you in a few minutes or in a couple hours to do that. Our French toast has been in the fridge for a couple hours, and so we're going to go ahead and pour it in the dish and bake it so you can see how tasty it is. So let's assemble it. You've got it in the bag, and again, you can see how easy it is to store in a bag versus a pan or a bowl. And it soaks in the juices perfectly. There is no area of the bread that has not been able to soak in the egg batter. Fantastic. So let's take this out of the pan because we're going to pour it. first thing I'm gonna do, and this is completely optional, but I put about a tablespoon of butter just on the bottom so that when it bakes, it will have a great little buttery flavor on top of that. And this butter I'll use, put this in a dish, and I will use that at the end as well, so that when I serve it, they can use butter and syrup. We've got the butter. Now we need to pour this right in. See how easy this is too? Look, and I have no dishes, none. No dishes from yesterday, no dishes from, or not yesterday, from a few hours ago. Seems like yesterday. But good to go. I can throw this away because this was used with raw eggs. Anything with raw meat or eggs gets thrown in the trash. Anything else, usually we can wash and reuse. So we want to make sure that we put this evenly in the pan. And we're going to put some raisins on 1/2 of it. Just like that. And again, I told you about 1/4 cup. If you're going to do the whole thing, we're not going to do the whole thing. In fact, we're not real craisiny fans. So we're going to do it for looks versus taste. Again, I'm just using the utensil here that I just used for another recipe to make sure that it is flat. Then what I do is drizzle, literally drizzle, drizzle a little maple syrup. It's about a tablespoon of maple syrup drizzled over the 9x13 pan. You're also going to use this later. You also have the option of doing powdered sugar. That's why we suggested these. So let's pop this in the oven at 350 degrees, preheated. The oven is already on. And we're going to cook it for about 45 minutes until the fork comes out clear. The French toast has come out. You can see we still need syrup and powdered sugar, but the cranberries are all back in here, and this is the non-cranberry side, which I'm going to try. And it just scoops out. You basically cut it like a casserole, because it is a casserole. So let's go ahead and put this on here, and this looks really good. I'm going to give you a close-up, just so you can see. You see how that is? Perfect, perfect. Scoot that out of the way. Let's make this center stage. Then we are going to sprinkle some powdered sugar on it. And of course, drizzle some maple syrup. And this is real maple syrup. Yum, yum. And that is your French toast bake. Does that look delicious and so easy? You guys, thanks so much for joining us. Please subscribe to the video, whichever side it's on your screen. If you like what we do, subscribe. It makes me feel special. Have a fabulous holiday, and we'll see you soon.